West Ascension Consolidated Drainage District Board meeting, Ascension Parish Courthouse, 300 Homer Street, Donaldsonville, Louisiana, 70346, September 7, 2023, at 5:15 p.m. Call to order, invocation, and pledge of allegiance. We have Mr. Robert have our prayer and the pledge of allegiance. Let us stand.
Lord, thank you for another day. Thank you for another opportunity to serve this great parish. Help us get people's business done in a quick, efficient manner. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everyone here tonight, drainage meeting. Our roll call, Mr. Robert is here and Mr. Thomas is here. We have public comment. Anyone wishing to speak on any object, any thing on the agenda, you can sign up with the green or red card and give it to Ms. Peggy. Any item on the agenda. The acceptance of the minutes of West Ascension Drainage Meeting, August 3rd, 2023. Have a motion by Mr. Robert, second by Mr. Thomas, that the minutes of the West Ascension Drainage Meeting, August 3rd, be accepted. Any discussion? Any objection? No objection. Motion passed. Chairman's announcement and report. I have two things I'd like to just welcome everybody here today. It's very good to be here tonight. I have the grass cutting. Are we up to date, Miss? Are we up on grass cutting?
We are up to date on our grass cutting. We're making another rotation on 943 and going toward the Bruley.
Okay. I would ask that this past weekend we had that hard rain. Are there anything that we can look at on Mississippi Street across from the pub? Is that the pub? Across from the restaurant? The street from the bank to the restaurant? From one bank to the other bank in that area? I'm asking you all to look into the flooding in that area. The water is rising very fast.
Okay.
And that's been an ongoing situation. I would ask that you look into, see if we can resolve that study water. But after an hour or so, or 2 hours, it does go away. But as it rains and rains hard, it fills up real fast, and it seems as though it's getting to some of the buildings. You all know what building I'm talking about, David?
We will look into it. I think Stephen Berg and with the city has did a lot of research with drainage within the city, so we'll reach out to Stephen and see exactly what they looked at in reference to the drainage in that area, and see if we can find something to let you know about.
From Cokie on down to the bank, to the first bank. The first bank, not the old.
Okay, we'll try to get something and let them look at it. Stephen and them would probably have an answer for us in reference to that.
Thank you, David. Ms. Regina, thank you. Okay, I have number 5, the chairman announcement. I report number 6, the discussion of closing the ditch on Tebow. David or Regina, either one.
Me and Regina talked about this, and right now the mayor, Leroy Sullivan, and them have a grant application in for Tebow Drive to close that in. So we're working through the Louisiana Watershed Initiative to get a grant to close that in, along with a couple other large ditches that take the large culverts. This way the taxpayers don't have to pay for anything, of us closing that in. So, matter of fact, on the 27th, we have another LWI meeting in reference to the city has 4 projects, and we have 4 projects that we put in for, and it's high on the chart for them to look at possibly giving us those grants to address each and every one of those projects.
So I would, as I looked at that, and I've been looking at it for quite some time, that's a dangerous situation. It's not a ditch, it's sort of a canal, sort of, and it's real, real deep. And I just was wondering whether we did have any communication with the city to try and close that particular section of the ditch at the end, and it's a busy area.
Right.
And that area is real busy.
Right.
To try and close it in to
We
make it a little bit safer.
we submitted that in the first round with LWI, and we were high on the chart with that too, but we missed it because of everybody was rushing to put in the applications for that, and I think we didn't have enough time to put the BCA in for that project, so we lost out on that, but we also gained 2 projects through the first round. And the second round is dedicated to low to moderate income areas, so that puts us right in the pot to get those projects. So we're looking good for those projects. And we had a meeting this past month in some corrections on some of the projects, but we're also having another meeting on the 27th, so I'm not quite sure what time the meeting is, but we're going to have some more discussions on that. We also put in a grant for St. Jude subdivision. There was a grant application that came available for that area too, so we submitted that, and that's coming up for discussion on the 27th too, to find out exactly where we're at in receiving that grant. So we got a lot of projects that are getting looked at pretty strong for us here on the West Bank. Yeah, a lot of projects.
I do want to thank you all for continuing to work with the city of Donaldsonville and getting the stuff that we've been doing within the city limits, the ditches, the blowing of the covers,
Yeah.
and so there's a lot of other stuff that we've been participating in. We want to continue to do that.
Yeah, Regina's really on top of all of that, and I mean, she's doing a fantastic job responding to all of the needs, and I mean, she's just really on top of it, man, I'm gonna tell you.
I really can appreciate that,
yeah.
David, Regina.
Yeah.
That we continue to do the job that we're doing and staying on top of it.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Okay.
Number 7, Castro Land update. Anything on that?
Castro Lane, we have, David was able to get all of the signatures. We met with Jeff Danino to discuss the new project as well as this one, and we got everything we need for it. Just whenever we'll put it in rotation to be done.
So is this project any closer than it was the last time we talked?
No, well, I mean, we looking, it'll probably be November sometime.
Yeah, well, that's basically what I'm getting at. Is it any closer than the last time we talked in getting this project on the way?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll be around November by the time we get to that, because we have some corporate endeavors and things to do on the new to help with get that drainage part of that straight first, and then we're gonna go on to the digging from Bubba Lemon's way.
Yeah, I noticed you all was back there maybe a month ago digging off of, I think it was 940, doing some digging. But again, thank you all, and I look forward to getting this project completed and getting it behind us. It's been on the table for a little bit, and Mr. Castro, Sammy, we very much appreciate it. So thank you. That's all I have.
I believe you back up.
There you go.
Thank you.
Drainage report. We're finished digging the back ditch by St. Jude subdivision. We've completed digging the side ditch by St. Jude that ties into the back ditch. While we were digging in the breezeway on LA 3089, LA 70, we're finished that, and we're moving on to the project on LA 945. The crews are currently cutting on LA 943 in the Bruley. The recycle report. On Tuesday, August the 22nd, the crews went out and picked up a total of 85 tires that were in the ditches and the roadways and the drainage.
Regina, what are some of your worst spots? I was looking at this chart, y'all had a breakdown of the different places and the number of tires that we normally pick up in that area. Has this been a consistent with the petty van and Highway 308? Or they're the high rate? Those are the most
Yes.
tires in that area we get.
It just depends, because we can come back Monday and it'll be 18, LA 18, so it just depends.
Mm-hmm.
It's consistent in all of those areas, though.
Okay, fine. So, and the tires, is it rim tire or just tires itself?
Tires itself.
Just tires?
You might have a few that have a rim on it.
Are we willing to, we normally accept those
With no rim,
with the rim?
no.
So we just leave it there? We would leave it there or we would take it?
We take the tire with the rim on it, and we break it down ourselves.
Okay. Well, that's-
But as far as the recycle center, you have to bring them in without the rim.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, thank you.
Well, I just wanted to announce it, reiterate again about the recycle center. The recycle center is open. The hours of operation are Monday through Thursday from 7 to 4 p.m. And if anybody have any calls, any drainage issues, any issues, we would like for them to call the call center. That's 225-450-1200.
All right, I have one other question. The grass cutting on State Highway. We have a contract with the state?
Mhm.
Okay. On how much of the highway, how much of State Highway what's the length on miles or whatever it is?
I can get
that
the
we have a
information for
contract? You can get that for me?
Mhm.
All right, thank you. Number 9, date and time of the next West Ascension Drainage Board meeting. October 5th, 2024, we have the next
23.
2023, we have the next drainage meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Second, this meeting is adjourned.